Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Garden City Cloggers who would like to entertain you tonight, or this afternoon. Clogging is, first I'd like to do is tell you a little bit about clogging. Clogging is one of the many forms of American dance. It is a combination of foot shuffling and American folk and square dancing, and it has been enjoyed by the early Americans. Over the years, it has evolved as the immigrants from each country brought their special dance, like the Irish clog, the jig, and even tap dancing from the Negroes. Our group started approximately 9 years ago with 8 ladies who love to dance, and we started in with the traditional tap dance, and we now have 12 active members.
Good show for you, and you know, if you missed this first show, we're going to do it again at 6 o'clock. So, you know, We have, a couple special things that, we'd like to do for you. This is culturally based. I need 2 volunteers. Is there an Oriental person out there? No?
Right
Okay,
there.
well, I guess I
Right
can't do
there.
that.
No, right there.
Oh, would you mind helping me? Well, not right now, but in a couple, when we get started. And is there a African American here? No? Well, that should cover most of it anyway. Yeah, we're going to do a special dance for you and an exhibition, and the drummers are going to sing some special songs. We're going to do a special storytelling while they're dancing. That's why I needed a couple extra volunteers. My other volunteers didn't show up either. Yeah. And we have joined this dance. It's people from 4 races and 4 directions. And we're going to have a young baby in the center, and we're going to have a live eagle. And I'll explain all this to you when we get that, going.
Tell us about your costume.
I'm glad you came. This is a good thing, because I work in substance abuse prevention, with children and families. And I was asked last year, and I felt pretty honored, to be asked to do this, to help out. And I was asked again this year, so I guess they enjoyed it last year. Anyway, my name is Joe Whitehawk, and I work for the Missoula Indian Center here. And I've been here with them for 5 years, November 19th. And I've been pretty successful in what I do. I've got some of the kids on Showtime, Nickelodeon, MTV, various other shows. And some of the kids traveled to Japan, South America, to represent the United States. And when they done that thing for Showtime, there was 2 children that were picked from the United States to represent us. And one of the children was with one of the children I worked with here in Missoula. And he represented the United States. But he's not dancing tonight, but, so feel proud that Missoula got represented all over the world. I wish these guys would hurry up. Well, I'm of Sioux, I'm Yankton Sioux, and I'll kind of explain my outfit here a little bit. And take this off. A lot of the feathers, if you noticed, they're all eagle feathers, most of them. Hanging from my chest here, on the back, and the deal I'm hanging from my waist. Back here is a bustle. It's kind of a story bustle. Some of the eagle feathers that are on there are about 150 years old. And some of these have been passed down from my family. And this eagle head here, it's kind of like a medal, a medal of honor. It's one of the highest honors you can get for some things that you do. And each eagle feather has a story. And the outfits are not, they're not meant to be called costumes because they're individual and they all mean something. And they but and then a lot of you notice I have some beadwork like on my breechcloth here, and the design on there you notice is a star design, but that's my Indian name. And all the rest of the stuff that I have done, it's done in porcupine quill work. You know, like on here, and my armbands, the sides, my breastplate. No, I had some friends do it for me, but I do, you know, it's a lot of my own work. But I teach a lot of this stuff to kids, and anybody who's interested too. Sounds like they're here. But, you know, thanks for really being patient with us, you know. I really thank you for that. You know, Indians have always known to be kind of late. They call it, so they call it Indian time, you know. And also all of the things that are on here represent part of an animal spirit that, you know, we've got out of a dream or representation or sort of a protection, like this headpiece here made out of porcupine hair. There's deer tail hair, there's otter, there's muskrat, and then, yeah, ermine. There's deer, elk, buffalo, the yellow woodpecker. And there's a lot of different signs, you know, everything on an outfit means something. You know, sometimes it goes into long stories, but you never reveal everything. You know? I'll be right back. Let me see if they're ready here. You know, it goes on and on. Are these guys ready? Huh? Okay. Well, they're almost ready.
What's the significance of the bell?
What's that?
What's the significance of the bell? The bell?
The bells? Oh, I thought you said belt. To hold up my... No, the bells, they used to use deer toes and bones and stuff like that, you know, like this down here. But nowadays, the new trade era brought the bells in, so we use them. But it's a deal to like ward off bad spirits or things like that. You know, keep the bad things away from you, because they don't like to hear that kind of sound. Of course, all of you guys like Santa Claus, right? But these bells, you know, were brought in on horses and stuff like that. To use them on horses on a harness. A lot of times they used to travel by horses, and the people would have the bells on the horses, and it would be not to scare away anything, but to give the grizzly bears warnings, because they traveled in packs back then, and you know, they didn't like to be surprised. So it's kind of the same concept.
You would?
Ready?
George said he's doing a lot.
Geez, I thought I was getting old and slow. You want to set the drum? I guess we'll start by playing a flag song. This is our version. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Sarah, here. Come here. I wanted to introduce you to Sarah, talk about cultural diversity. You know, she can sing just as good as the rest of them. Oh, well, she had a cassette player and she slept with it, you know, listening to it. No, just sitting in with the groups and stuff, you know, you learn. A lot of our songs and stuff are learned orally, you know. I mean, we have tapes now, but that's, a lot of the songs have been passed down for thousands of years, you know, in stories and orally. Do a flag song. Just probably maybe 2 stars. Yeah, this is only 2 stars, but this is a flag song of, because we had a lot of Native Americans that went to war for this country, and a lot of times they weren't even citizens in World War I. You know, there was a lot of Native Americans in the World War I. So, this is a flag song. We only got about half an hour to go here, but we'll start off with the traditional dance. probably one start of each, since we're short of time, but we'll get all this in together. This is, maybe do 2 starts of this, Berta. Do a sneak up. This is a story of, when the men went to war, and they're telling the story, that they came back alive, and to tell the story of what happened. Or else, it also represents a story of when they went hunting, the hunting party, of when they had to take the animal's life and leave something for that animal because that fed their family the rest of that winter. They have a lot of respect for the life. I'll do this traditional. Okay, this next one is ladies traditional. Represents our grace of our women that we have a lot of respect for too. Just like we have respect for Mother Earth. The women give us life and they nurture us and teach us. Berta. Next dance is called a jingle dance. It comes from the other side of the mountains, the eastern Wisconsin, Minnesota, the Ojibways. This dance was given in a dream to them. It was a healing dance, and it's a traditional dance over that side. But this side of the mountains, people used to laugh at this type of dance because of the jingles. They thought it was funny. So it's kind of new on this side of the dance, but all around the powwow circuit around the country, this is a contest dance that, it's a beautiful dance, and you always see the prettiest of our our young ladies. This is the jingle dress. Huh? One, two? Two? Okay, there's be 2 starts on this one. There are still some elderly ladies that do this dance quite well, and it's done a lot faster too. There's 3 different types of dances that go with that, and these ladies, you know, they're pretty hard to keep up with. Oh, next dance, huh? Huh? What? This next dance is it's called the grass dance. It was given to the Arikaras in a dream also. It was a healing dance. This tribe was, you know, very sick, and this young man went up and fasted for 4 days and 4 nights, and he got this dream, and in this dream told him when he woke up he'll get this sign. Like I said, we get a lot of things through our dreams and our visions and things. But he got up and he looked down into this valley, and he seen this dance down there, and these men were dancing down there. And he heard these songs, but in a dream it told him that a certain song and a drum and a pipe went to this particular dance, and a lot of times they use this dance into healing somebody, or for something that happened good, a good hunt, or, you know, a good happy family that got a wedding reunion, and they brought these ceremonial dances out. And also this dance was used, the dancers would go out and dance on this grass to dance it down so they can do this ceremony, this 4-day ceremony, you know, because the dancers dance barefoot out there. This is killer one. This is the grass dance, so we'll do 2 starts. There's two other dances that we call fancy dances. Fancy women's dance, that represents the graceful movements of the butterfly, and the agility and the fastness of the young women that run around like deer. The gentleness. And then the fancy dance, men's fancy dance, that was a warrior's dance at one time, and it was called a horse dance. Represented, the capture of the horse, and the people would get horse medicine and they would dance. But this is a particularly fast dance. It's very hard to get up to. Okay. I'd like to do Did you want to? Like about 4 steps. Is there anybody from the south, like pretty far south? Here? I needed a couple extra volunteers. I need somebody from the far east and somebody from the far south. Is there anybody here?
As a young man, I lived in all your big cities, and I really thought I knew my way around. Then an old friend came and showed me around Montana. Peaceful life and a 6-pound sugar ground. Me and the boys are going fishing. This city life just brought us down. Me and the boys, we're going fishing in Montana, trying to catch that 6-pound sugar ground. Winter's coming on, my truck needs fixing. Just blew my mind. Don't forget that tackle box. Don't forget them sinkers. Go on uptown, buy some 10-pound line. Me and boys, we're going fishing. This city life just brought us down. Going fishing in Montana, try to catch that 6-pound German brown. my brother. Tell you where I'd better be today. Pretty damn close to the banks of the Clark Fork River. Mother Nature taking all my blues away. 'Cause me and the boys, we're going fishing. This city life just brought us down, oh so down. Me and the boys, we're going fishing in Montana, trying to catch that 6-pound German brown. Me and the boys, we're getting high up in Montana, trying to catch that 6-pound German brown. Thank you very much. Here's a homemade tune. Sort of a deja vu type song. You know, if you meet somebody that you get along with right away and seem to hit it off really well, it's kind of one of those feelings you've known for a really long time. That's sort of where this comes from. Take the exit door, please. Very good. See you guys. It's called Older Than a Century. I know H2O. Only in Missoula, that aquifer water. Here's a song I really like to sing. Somebody asked me if I knew the words one time, and I knew I had them at home. But I'd never really learned the song. I went home and learned it. By God, it's become one of my favorite ones to do. It's all for the good times. Don't look so sad. I know it's over, but life goes on, and this whole world keeps on turning. Let's just be glad we have this time to share together. There's no need to burn the bridges that we're burning. Lay your head upon my pillow. Hold your warm and tender body close to mine. Falling soft against the window, and make believe you love me one more time for the good time. I'll belong, you'll find another, and I'll be there if you should find you ever need me. Don't say a word about tomorrow or forever. There'll be time enough for sadness when you leave me. Lay your head upon my pillow. Hold your warm and tender body close to mine. Whisper of the raindrops falling soft against the window, and make me love you, love me one more time. Yeah, that. For the good time. For the good time. For the good time.
I bet you wish you were up here mushing around the paint, huh? Nothing like it, nothing like it. Mushing around the paint. What's nice about a painting is that it never stays the same. It's always changing. Some jobs are so redundant. Same thing day in, day out, but painting changes all the time. All the time. Ooh, chocolate brown. Some of you kids would like to drink this, wouldn't you? Not good to drink, but fun to play with. Ooh, the sky above. not below. Whoa. Okay, get a running start at this. Ooh, this is fun. Now there are all kinds of art. I mean, there's realism, which this isn't. Well, not yet. You can't judge a painting too quickly. Usually I start a painting by myself with no one else around. I can't even have my wife around. But since you're all here today, I just kind of have to swallow and go ahead. I guess you'd call this abstract expressionism so far. Colors mixed together, they make other colors. Did you have an idea there? What did you say? What? Do you see anything in there yet? A rabbit? What's the rabbit doing? Making a mess? Ooh! Oh, the rabbit got blue on him. Oh my gosh! Oh, I just love doing this. I call myself a painter. I paint upon the gamut. But I digress. What else do you see in there? Grass and weeds. Worms. Worms. Ooh, some airborne worms. Let's give those worms some wings. Flying worms. Now, have you ever seen a painting with flying worms in it before? Flying worms. Oh my. One little.
Where's the zoo?
Now some of you might think I'm just making a mess. You might be right. But a lot of people thought Picasso was kind of a messy, weird painter. People looking sideways with both eyes at once at you. But his paintings sell for $40 million now. So the key is trying to find out what's weird and interesting, but intriguing. Sometimes I like to just dance around. And then look again. Sometimes you have to walk away from a painting and leave it for several days. And when you come back to it, you see something new. It's not an easy profession. When that banknote comes due, you just have to hope that a painting sells somewhere in one of your galleries, or that someone comes along and says, "Oh, I like that." Or maybe not this one, but it's not an easy way to make your way through the world, but it's satisfying. When you do something that you like and other people like it. You see anything else in there? What would you like to see in there? Oh, this is making me hungry. What could we title it? Blue sky over Lolo Peak?
Blue sky over a big mud puddle.
Blue sky over a big mud puddle. I like that. I like that. Well, some people think painting is a kind of a wimpy way to make a living. I like to think of it as more of a macho, muy macho thing. Sometimes I think of becoming something else, a musician or something. I always come back to painting though. It keeps drawing me back. Maybe not this painting. I appreciate you coming by on the studio tour. And I hope you visit the other artist studios today. And I hope you have a good New Year's.
Check. Here's a non-fiction I'm about to tell. It's about our way that you know so well. Here's a non-fiction I'm about to tell. It's about a non-fiction that you know so well. Here's a non-fiction I'm about to tell. It's about a non-fiction you know so well. Here's a non-fiction I'm about to tell. It's about a relationship you know so well. Started way back in history with mom, dad, no safety. No safety. No safety. No safety. And night it popped out a little boy, and Dad had to start buying gifts and toys. Here's where the fun and trouble begins, cause Dad thought he had it covered to the end. No safety. No safety. No safety. Boy starts starting to look at Dad in the face, and a lot of things he did were thought a disgrace. Dad tried to teach him everything that he knew. Boy would just try to hang and drink brew. No safety. No safety. No safety. No safety. No safety. No safety. Boy and that little man, the boy starts to realize Dad is not a dork, but will lend a helping hand. Boy starts to grow, real that Dad is not a dork, but can lend a helping hand. Can the boy and man see eye to eye, if so the relationship can come to be grand. No safety.
Time for fun. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've been working since I was 11. I've been working since I was 11. Gotta keep working just to get to heaven. Gotta keep working just to get to heaven. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've been working since I'm in the 6th grade. I'm out in the front yard playing football with my buddies. Dave Chicka, Dave Johnson, Jerry Carlson, the Schoen brothers. Okay, Craig, you run out. Do a hook left, I'll pass it to you. Okay, tee down, set, hut, 1, 2, 34, 64, 34, 64, blue, red, 34, 64, blue, red, 34, 64, blue, red, okay, hi! Pow! Come on, Jerry, throw it to me this time. I know I can catch it, Jerry, just throw it to me. Come on. Oh, I got it! Jim Brown. Boom. Zap. Boom. Pow. Boom. Dog pile. Get off. All of a sudden, this car comes around the corner and screeches to a stop in front of us, the kids, and this guy gets out and he says, "Hey, any of you kids want to make some money? Be your own boss. Deliver the paper for the Spokane Daily Chronicle." My dad comes out of the house. "Sure, my son would like a job, wouldn't you, son?" Oh, I don't know. Sure, I got a job. I deliver the paper for the Spokane Daily Chronicle 6 afternoons a week for 2 years. But I like the money, so I take a morning paper out for another 2 years. And when I'm 15, my dad gets me a job in a sawmill. Yeah. Dad! A man's got to work if he's going to amount to anything. It takes initiative, concentration, and stick-to-itiveness. Shape up. Get with the program. My dad sent a message about the whiskers on my chin, and I know I'll go to working, and I'll always work to win. Ain't got no time for loving, because my time is all used up. Working, ain't got no time for childish stuff, because I'm a man, yes I am, and I can't help but love it so. I'm a man. I saved up all my money from my paper route, and I bought a drum set. Can't get no. I'm 16 and a dishwasher. I'm 16 and a dishwasher, salad prep, pots and pans, swamper. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just can't wait to finish high school. I just can't wait to finish high school. Gotta go to college, you young fool. Gotta go to college, you young fool. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Business school. Business school? Business school. Business school? Business school. Get it! Liberal arts. Philosophy. Literature. Humanities. And the fine arts. 2, 3, 4. No! The fine arts. 1, 2, 3. A college education isn't all fun. Get down, get a job, prodigal son. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to class, get a job, working hard, gotta study. What boy, washing cars, kissing ass. Rock musician. Sleep all day, play all night. I know what you're doing. Whew, whew. Avoid the draft. Back to school. Gotta pay. Well-digger. Gotta study, go to class. Well-digger. Lounge musician. Ugh. Ugh. Construction labor. Art school. Art school. Study hard. Party harder. Gotta pay. Carpenter. MFA. Carpenter. Actor. Carpenter. Dancer. Carpenter. Performance artist. Carpenter. Father. Father? Parent? Dad. Dad! Craig? I see that you saved up all your money from your paper route to buy something that you really want. That's good. Listen, I'd like to help you out with this drum set. Here. Here? My drum set, my money, my job, my drum set! Here. Wow, Dad, thanks. I'll be the best drummer in the whole world. You'll see, I'll practice my drums starting right after my paper route every morning. You'll see, I'll be the best drummer in the whole world, Dad. Here. 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 Right here. Right here, I'll build my house. My house will be big, generous. Well, it'll be small, but it'll be generous. I'm a sensitive 90s slob. I love to work, but I can't keep a job. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sick of it. No, anybody could do what I do. It's not that hard. It's just that God. And the chimney was like a breast that held the heart, which resembles the heart, which holds the flame. which stands for the soul. Old man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you. Old man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you. Old man, look at my life. 44 and there's so much more. Live alone in a paradise that makes me think of two. Love lost, such a cost. Giving things that won't get tossed. Like a coin that won't get lost. Flows on you. Old man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. I need someone to love me, to hold me. Oh, one look in my eyes and you can tell that's true.
I thought first I'd show you a little vocabulary. This is the end of one year and the beginning of another, and supposedly we're supposed to have learned something. And if you haven't, I'm going to show you a few things now, and you can take that into tomorrow. The vocabulary I'm going to show you is not verbal, it's physical, because I do a physical type of work. And I'm going to show you something called isolation. I'm going to isolate part of my body and let the rest of it move. I'm going to isolate first my head and let my body move around it. It looks like this. Or it can look like this. This, by the way, is how an idiot looks around the corner. And of course, if you practice hard enough, you can actually walk around your own head, which looks like this. Now I know these look a bit strange, but all of you have done one of these isolations. When you stand in front of a mirror before you go to work, go to school, go out to dinner, go to first night, when you stand in front of a mirror to make sure that you look just right, this is what you do. And then you leave. But when you're standing in front of a mirror, your head is relatively still. You do this unconsciously. That means you don't know you're doing it. And you do it because you're only interested in one thing. You. Or more specifically, the image of you. Now, in order to make this part of your vocabulary, it has to become conscious. That is, you have to know, as they said in the 60s, you have to know where your head is at. And it is not easy to know where your head is at because you cannot see your own head. Try it. It is very hard to see your own head. Now, this isolation also exists all around us. For instance, if you have a dog sitting in front of you and you make a funny noise, if you go, the dog's head will do this. That is an isolation of the nose. The dog is isolating its nose and rotating its head around that point. People do not do that. I mean, if you have a friend walking down the street and you go, "Hey, Jim!" Jim doesn't go, "What?" If he does, Buy him some kibble. We are, however, intelligent beings. At least we're on our way to being intelligent. And therefore, we can look at the world around us and learn from it. So we can learn how to do that isolation if we wish. Now let's say I do the opposite. I'm going to now isolate my entire body and let my head move. Now there are many movements we do with our head and neck all the time, but here are a few which are a bit strange. Now this last one is a very useful one for you to learn. Because if you're ever asked a question and you do not wish to be bothered, the best way to get rid of the questioner is to say, you know, I don't recall the answer to that question. And they will never ask you another question. Now let's take this idea, the isolation, and put it elsewhere. Let's say I put it into my arm. If I isolate my arm and allow my body to relax, it looks like this. And it begins to look as though I'm leaning on my arm. Now that's not possible. You can't lean on your arm. My weight is really where? Where's my weight? On my leg, that's correct, my right leg. And the further down I go, the more my leg hurts. That, in a nutshell, is the difference between art and reality. This is the beginning of an art form. This is reality right here. This is also the shape of something we all recognize. It is the shape of leaning. When we lean on something, I'm leaning on this proscenium arch. Big deal. You all know how to lean. You did not learn it in school. You just learned it. One day when you were 1 year old, you were wandering around, and this is what happened. And there you were, and it took you half an hour to figure out how to get up. So this is an expression of the evolutionary process of mankind and womankind. This took thousands of years to understand. We used to lean like this and we found that hurt. Some people lean like this. That means they're about to have a nervous breakdown. This is the way to lean. This is geometry and physics. And if anyone ever tries to tell you that art has no place in the schools and you cannot learn anything from art, just lean like this and go, huh. Because this is geometry and physics. The mass of my body is going through a straight line, which is the most economical use of geometrically, and it's going into this object. I do this unconsciously, so do you. To make it vocabulary, I have to be conscious of this shape, and then I can lean anywhere I want to. I mean, if you learn this, you could go home tonight, walk into the house, if anybody's there, and go, Happy New Year. And even if they hadn't been drinking, they would think that they had. This is an illusion. An illusion is something that seems to be there which is not. Life is mostly illusion as far as I can understand. And the only reason we are educated by ourselves is to find the difference between illusion and reality. Between being cool and being real. So this idea of isolation actually helps that, I think. Because we can take the idea and put it into a small part of the body, let's say the hand. You can isolate the hand. Leave the hand there and try and leave.
You moved that hand.
Or we can do the opposite. Let's say I isolate my body and I let my hand go for a walk. In a moment, I'm going to have a problem because I wish to stay here. My hand wishes to go out there. And I have one of two choices. I can either go with my hand, or I can watch my arm rip off. I'll go with my hand. And it begins to look like this. Now, there's actually nothing pulling me except an idea which I'm manufacturing in my brain and moving through this instrument, which is called the human body. That's all. I mean, it looks pretty real, but... This is a very useful thing for all of you to learn. Because if you're ever late for work, late to get into school, just stand in front of the door where the authority figure can see you and go, The most that can happen to you is they'll send you to a psychiatrist. And that is not an exact science. In fact, it's not even close. So this is an idea. And ideas are what make us tick. If we have no ideas, we're not really living, perhaps. Or if we empty all ideas, then we maybe get to an idea which is greater than all those little ideas. I thought we'd do one isolation together before I put all this vocabulary into a form. So I want you all to put your hands out like this. Yes? Everyone? Hands up like this, please.
No.
Thank you. Back down. I just like this. It reminds me of a herd of caribou. I like that. I haven't been up to the Arctic tundra yet. I someday want to go there and watch all those thousands of caribou go thundering by. But in the meantime, I will have seen the caribou of Missoula. All right, hands out like this. Now we're going to do an exercise which is in 3 parts. The first part is the most difficult. I'm warning you now. And the third, you saw them trip. Because if nobody saw you trip, it didn't happen. You are still perfect. I am perfect, I'm imperfect. So, clowning is about being perfectly imperfect. Or as Dylan Thomas said, to laugh in your chains like the sea. So I'm going to do a little clowning for you. I don't think I'll wear the nose tonight. I wore it this afternoon. It looks like that. After midnight, you'll see a lot of people who look like that. So why should I encourage them? Exactly. So I'm going to do a little clowning. I will not be using my voice. I'll be using this as a language. This is a duck call that makes this sound. It's a non-literal language. And wherever I perform around the world, everyone understands this language. Except ducks. And that is called irony. I will demonstrate. If I wish to say hello, I go. If I wish to say goodbye, I go. If I wish to say it's nice to be in Missoula, Montana, I go. So I can say anything I want and get away with it. And you will understand everything that I'm saying without understanding anything that I'm saying, which is a lot like normal human communication. So, as my Jewish grandmother used to say, so. That's all she said. She was enigmatic to the very end. I'm going to do a little clowning for you. So here we go.
remember his vision of the person beside him. He was not alone, but sat by the side of a fair young girl in a mourning dress, in whose eyes there were tears, which sparkled in the light that shone out of the ghost of Christmas past. "It matters little," she said softly, "to you very little. Another idol has displaced me. And if it can share and comfort you in the time to come, as I would have tried to do, I have no just cause to grieve." "What idol has displaced you?" he rejoined. "A golden one." "This is the even-handed dealing of the world," he said. "There is nothing on which it is so hard as poverty, and there is nothing. I've seen your noble aspirations fall off one by one, till the master passion gain engrosses you. Have I not?" "What then?" he retorted. "Even if I have grown so much wiser, what then? I am not changed for you." "Am I?" "Our contract is an old one. It was made when we were both poor and content to be so, until in good season we could improve our worldly fortune by our patient industry. You are changed. When it was made, you were another man. I am known as the discoverer of Christmas. Merriment,
Do you
imagine the snake. Total 300 clams. And now, your host, Red Delicious.
Welcome to another exciting week of heresy. Lots of questions, lots of answers. Hopefully, correct responses from our audience at home. Old acquaintance be forgot. I remember this. And never brought to mind. Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of auld lang syne? If human beings neglect the earth and never pay it mind, this global warming trend, my friend, will destroy our lovely home. Will never mend. The world will never mend, my friend. The world will never mend. Ay, qué calor. ¿Qué pasa con este mundo triste? ¿Dónde está la luna calma y fresca? Ah, mi pizza verde, ¿cómo
It's how to get down and in your face with a low down sound, black face. After we have the Commodore spot out next, he's gonna whack his tubs with his 100-pound stick. Every song got a vamp in the middle. This is pretty little Ellie. She plays a pretty mean fiddle. Well, I don't want to be no weenie. I'll play a lick or two with this here Tuckamini. Well, Stevie, play it cool, come on, play it smart, and I'll play a lick or two, and you're all blues heart. to take you for a ride in this old caddy car. But now don't you be sitting there all alone. Well, let's bring up the lights and let's take you home. Inside of me. Baby, I can't go, but I'm keeping on rocking, keeping on talking about the days when rock was young. But I'm hearing little blues on every night, with that sweet little country left me inside of me. We're making music to the country rockin'. I'm bluesing, all right, it's time to play a nice, quiet love song. Oh, there's somebody here I want to sing a song to. There's a cat on the fence in the middle of the night, singing his heart up to the moon. The cat that she stopped flying, the cat disappears. The fireflies and the stars are beating soon. I'm rolling in the clover, I'm holding her arms. The soul is drifting through the stars. I'm rolling in the clover, I'm drifting through your heart. Loving you is all I want to do. All I wanna do, all I wanna do. Loving you is all I wanna do. All I wanna do, all I wanna do. Loving you is all I wanna do. When the morning sun comes shining, it finds us all alone. The golden mist is rising to the sky, and dewdrops sparkle like diamonds in your emerald eyes. As dewdrops on the wings of butterflies. And all I wanna do, all I wanna do. Loving you is all I wanna do. All I wanna do, all I wanna do. Loving you is all I wanna do.
down the other way.